watching Shalom World News. I'm Rory McLennan coming to you from Glasgow, Scotland. Here are the latest headlines from around the world. The Holy Father, Pope Francis, has expressed pain and anguish over bloodshed in the Holy Land. The pontiff said the deaths of dozens of children are terrible and unacceptable. The ongoing violence in Israel and the Gaza Strip has left scores dead and hundreds wounded, and the pontiff warned that the conflict could degenerate into a spiral of death and destruction. The Pope also urged leaders of both sides to stop the clamour of arms and tread the path of peace. The Holy Father has asked believers to pray incessantly for Israelis and Palestinians to find a path of dialogue and forgiveness. Hamas militants who have virtual control over Palestinian territory are continuing rocket attacks on Israeli targets, while Israeli forces are launching counterattacks in Gaza and the West Bank. The Archbishop of Dublin has expressed concern over the Irish government's proposal to separate religious education from schools. With more than 88% of primary schools in the country being run by the Catholic Church with government funding, Archbishop Dermot Farrell said the move to separate religious studies was a backward step. While speaking at a meeting of the Catholic Primary Schools Management Association on May the 13th, the prelate said religious education is essential for the holistic development of children. The Archbishop also defended the sex education curriculum of the Church to be used in the government-mandated relationship and sexuality education courses in Catholic schools. The Church's curriculum, entitled Flourish, has been criticised for promoting traditional Catholic morality in state-funded schools. The state of Tennessee in the United States has joined Indiana and 9 others by mandating the burial or cremation of aborted fetuses. The legislation regarding fetal remains was recently signed into law by Governor Bill Lee. The new law states that medical providers should also cover the cost of the disposal of aborted babies. It also mentions that the pregnant woman has the right to choose the method and location for the disposal of the aborted baby. However, if she chooses a different location, she will have to shoulder some cost. Indiana was the first state to pass such a bill in 2016. While pro-choice activists argue that the requirements are unnecessary, those supporting the law believe it protects human dignity while not interfering with a woman's abortion choice. Primate of All Ireland Archbishop Eamon Martin has paid glowing tributes to Irish journalists who died while uncovering and reporting the truth. The Archbishop praised their courage and conviction in a statement issued while releasing the video message of Pope Francis for World Communications Day, which was commemorated on Thursday, May the 13th, coinciding with the Feast of the Ascension. The Holy Father has chosen to reflect on the theme Come and See from the Gospel of St. John, chapter 1, verse 46, which is about the first disciples' initial encounter with Christ. Archbishop Martin made a special mention of Irish journalists Lyra McKee, Veronica Guerin and Martin O'Hagan, who lost their lives while voicing the truth. The prelate also mentioned 2 Spanish journalists who were killed in Burkina Faso last month, along with Irish conservationist Rory Young. The founder of the Apostolic Society of the Divine Saviour, commonly known as the Salvatorians, was beatified on Saturday, May the 15th, at the Archbasilica of St. John Lateran in Rome. Father Francis Mary of the Cross was declared blessed by Cardinal Angelo De Donatis, Vicar General of Rome. Father Mary was renowned as a polyglot, as he was fluent in several European languages, as well as Arabic, Hebrew, Greek, Armenian and Syriac. Last summer, Pope Francis had recognised the miraculous healing of a preborn child suffering from skeletal dysplasia after her Brazilian parents, who are lay Salvatorians, sought the intercession of Father Francis Mary. The Salvatorian family comprises 3,100 members spread across 45 countries in 6 continents. 5 people were killed by Islamist militants in the Niamey region of Niger in Africa as the nation was celebrating the Muslim festival of Eid-al-Fitr. The attack took place on Wednesday, May the 12th in the village of Fantio, where the first Catholic community was born. According to reports, the 5 were killed and 2 suffered serious injuries when assailants on motorcycles attacked the village. Father Mauro Armanino, a missionary of the Societies of African Missions, who works in Niamey, said that the jihadists also desecrated a church by burning sacred statues, altar adornments and liturgical books. Niger is suffering from an Islamist insurgency, with the jihadist groups in the country supported by Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State. The Holy Father has hailed the activity of a group that is helping law enforcement agencies fight paedophilia. While addressing members of the Meter association that fights against abuse of children on Saturday, May the 15th, Pope Francis said the work of the organisation is more essential than ever as the internet is facilitating child abuse. The pontiff said the scourge should be addressed with renewed determination, and it requires stronger awareness on the part of families, as the first reaction is to cover up such incidents. The Meter Association was founded in Sicily in 1989, at a time when there was very little awareness about the issue. Its founder, Father Fortunato Di Noto, dedicated his life to combating child abuse while studying at the Pontifical Gregorian University. The priest has shared his research with police, leading to hundreds of arrests and the liberation of abused children. India is reeling from the second wave of coronavirus, with the church being hit particularly hard. According to a report published by a church-run magazine, Indian Currents, an average of 4 priests die of COVID-19 every day. The report says as many as 117 priests died of the virus between April the 10th and May the 14th, with 48 of them belonging to various religious congregations. The hardest hit are the Jesuits, who have lost 19 priests. Editor of Indian Currents, Father Suresh Matthew, told UCA News that the number could be higher as the data is incomplete, adding that many priests breathed their last without receiving adequate medical attention. With more than 300,000 daily new cases, India is going through one of its most challenging times in history. As hospitals have exceeded their capacity, the number of people dying due to a lack of ventilators and medical supplies is surging. And those are your latest news headlines. Do join us again tomorrow. In the meantime, you can visit swnews.org for more updates. Shalom.